Welcome everybody to the very first challenge video on the channel, and we are starting off with a hard one, starting with, can I beat dead center using only a medkit as a weapon? Okay, so let's cover the rules. I can only use the medkit I start with as a weapon against the infected. The difficulty will be set to expert. I am only allowed to use Boomer Bile, no pipe bombs or Molotovs. I am playing the Lone Gunman Mutation, which includes only common infected, boomers, witches and tanks, as well as not spawning any weapons. There are no assisting AI or special infected that can incapacitate me. I am also allowed to use adrenaline. I can use pills, but they are not that useful in this challenge. The last thing you should know is once I complete a chapter, that section is forever complete. If I die, I'll only go back to the most recent checkpoint. I started off by first grabbing the medkit, obviously, jumped down the stairs like a bloody god, hit that man on the side, hit him, because you know they kept getting in the way and all that stuff. And I was pretty up to scratch with this part. I knew where to go, so just speed ran this entire part to try and get to the elevator, obviously. Go through the last window, because it was the safest option. We can use pain pills, but they don't really help. But, you know, I just grabbed it just in case, for whatever reason. Continue down here. Oh shit, you gotta jump around these boys, because you gotta make sure that they're literally like one hit against me. So we got in the elevator, closed it, and they both came in here, so I had an epic duel, better than the fucking Anakin and Obi-Wan duel in the fucking Revenge of the Sith movie. Fucking soloed them, which was pretty good. Fucking godly at it. And said there's no elevator music though. So as I was preparing to come out the elevator, I realized that I do not remember where I was supposed to go. So I stepped out of the elevator and took a left turn, found an adrenaline, which was like, oh, that's pretty good. Walked out the door, and Big Chungus over here threw up all over me.
Save my job already. I'm already dead.
So I got stuck here for, I think it was about like maybe 5-6 attempts. Boomers kept coming, the hordes just kept spawning in the way, and also didn't help because I had no clue where I was. But I did get close this one part. I somehow avoided all of these things and got into a room and survived for I don't know how long. After a lot of attempts, I finally did it. I got a boomer vomit right when I got out the elevator, so that was a bit sketchy, but I somehow found the correct way to get out, and I made it to the first safe room, completed the first chapter. So wasn't too hard. I was expecting it to be a lot harder. The boomer nearly like ambushed me and like murdered me really bad, but we ended up getting into the first safe room.
Yeah. So when I actually knew where I was going.
So to kick off the first attempt of the second chapter, I knew a better idea of where I was going this time, and yeah, so I just had to run down this little hill here to get to the door. Looking behind me, I'm like, oh yeah, they won't catch up to me in time. I'm like, oh god, I didn't see that one to the side. And the second I opened the door, I realized they do kind of have really long range. So I ended up making it through the door on my second attempt. Didn't get swiped when I opened the door this time. Walked out the door, avoided that guy. Hopped over this guy, knocked him out my way because like he was standing in front of me. Went over here, and there wasn't adrenaline in the spawn there. It was just pills, so that kind of sucked. Got up the ladder, just praying that I didn't get hit on the ladder, obviously. And didn't have too much trouble in this area, just went straight past because there's no infected, none in the room here. Went up the stairs, knocked this guy who was sitting on the table because he has bad manners. And this was when I realized
there's still tanks?
that there is in fact still tanks.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I was shitting myself here. I didn't. He was gonna. I thought he was gonna smack me right there, but he didn't. And I proceeded to run away and scream, obviously. But yeah, I was running for my dear life in this section. I had no idea if he was behind me or not, and I sort of stalled. And I thought this was the checkpoint. So I was like, oh, I'm nearly home free. Open the door, realized it wasn't the checkpoint.
Oh no!
And then you had to wait for the guy to call you.
Oh no, hurry up. Let me through. No! What the fuck? Oh, what the hell?
I then proceeded to die a couple times right outside the checkpoint like an idiot because I kept getting overwhelmed. I then found an adrenaline on the third go through, climbed up the ladder and
Oh!
yeah, it was a tank. So I used adrenaline to get the fuck up out of there. I found another adrenaline and then saw a witch and I was like, hell no. So I used that adrenaline to get the fuck up out of there again. I then entered the gun shop, triggered the owner, and started to defend myself by smacking them about. But then the door broke, so a massive brawl started, and I soloed all of the common infected. Ran outside the store to go collect the cola, and you know, I tried doing some sneaky maneuvers on them, but it didn't really work, and I ended up getting complete and utterly destroyed.
Oh!
I made it back, grabbed the cola, used the adrenaline, and I managed to get out of the store by forcing my way out, by beating all the customers. Made it all the way up to the guy who needed his sugar intake for him to help me in getting to the mall. So I gave him his cola, and then he proceeded to then shoot a rocket towards a gun. Or did he shoot it with a gun? I can't really tell, but like he just blew something up. I think it was a rocket and he just blew up that area. Made it safely back to the checkpoint. You can't see it because it's behind my webcam, but a tank was right there, as you can see from the rocks that broke at my feet. But I safely made it back into the checkpoint. Nearly had a heart attack, but we made it. Kicking off chapter 4, I was able to easily breeze through this first section. Absolutely no common infected at all. So I just ran down here, skipped the Molotov because we don't need that shit, because it's more challenge not using them. And I came up here, Big Boomer Man vomited on me, caused me to blind myself, and I couldn't remember where the exit was, and the common infected started closing in on me. Knew I wasn't getting out of this because for some reason they just know how to cut you off and shit like that, like you can't get past them. And then my bash started getting energy on it, and I knew I was about to die here, and I just get smacked really easily. On the second run through, I was bashing a zombie, turned around, immediately shined my flashlight on a witch that like jump scared me when I was playing. Luckily it didn't startle it, thank God. Got a bit lost in this area here, went the wrong way, thought I was going to get cut off, but I didn't. Went through the wrong door at first, managed to go in the door, and Big Boomer there, spit all over me. Accidentally picked up a defibrillator, so I had to resort to bashing him with the defibrillator, and forgot how to get out of here, so I just I got cornered and died. Back here I was bashing that. Boomer came out of nowhere and just like...
Oh, why were they there?
Touched me up a little bit, which was quite annoying. Alright, I made it back, turned the corner, and guess who was waiting for me?
Fuck, are you serious?
A tank
There was,
spawned
like,
there.
Do anything
Which was,
there?
or it was like the worst
way.
place to spawn. And the second time I went there was a tank waiting for me in here. But this time was better. I dodged a rock and I slivered myself past. Boomer knocked him, and then I realized why I couldn't get out. There was a problem.
Oh no! You actually can't do it. You have to shoot out the windows.
I came to a realization that this challenge is not possible to beat with only a medkit, because right there you have to shoot out the glass. I came back and tried throwing a Molotov at it. I tried bashing it again, but it didn't work. You had to shoot it out. So I'm really sorry, but this challenge is not possible to beat on dead center, because you have to shoot at least one bullet to get past the glass. But we're not going to just end the video there, because that'll be stupid. We're going to continue on to the final chapter. So I just shot through the glass. There goes the challenge, because you have to shoot one bullet. And this bit wasn't too hard. I only died a few times trying to actually get up to the switch, but then I just get like cornered in the room. It only took me like on my third try, I got over there, deactivated the alarm, made my way through. Wasn't very hard. Nearly got ambushed by a boomer. I thought I dodged the vomit there, but apparently not. And this bit was a breeze. I just had to run a few more meters and I would make it to the safe room. So, welcome to the final chapter. Oh my god. Now I'm gonna give you like a few reasons why I wanted to kill myself at the end of this. First one, the infected AI in this game is so unpredictable. I have no idea how they coded it. There are some geniuses behind there. But the goal is to fill the car to escape the atrium with 8 petrol cans. And there's 13 on the map. And you're thinking like, oh, that's plenty, you'll be fine. No. So there's an easy 7. There's the one right outside the elevator. And there's the 6 on the 2nd floor. The reason why we don't go up to the 3rd floor is because it's a death trap. There's only one way out. But these 2 over here were also another unsafe place. I tried getting this the first time, but I immediately knew that that wouldn't work from this embarrassing down. So I knew I had to scrap that idea for now. I then proceeded to die a few times. You know the drill. Death, and more death. But I mean, we've come this far. Why don't we, you know, a few people dropped into the stream and stayed for a while and made a new friend. So enjoy this moment here.
I think that was the sound of you following. Thank you for that.
And so what my strategy was I would just run loops around the 2nd floor, like slowly chucking every gas can down. That's what my strategy was at first. Just running around in loops for endless amounts of time. Every single time I would attempt this, and just hope I get lucky with Boomer Bile spawns. So I have them at my what's the word? So I can use them. But right here, I don't know how I got hit there.
Shit.
It was right there. And this is what you call a coordinated attack. And this is what I'm talking about, the AI. Look how much they scatter. Like, you just can't get past it. There's just an immovable force of flesh.
They just know not to stick together. Just know not to stick. Look down the car.
I got asked if I've ever been tempted to shoot, and lo and behold, the second they typed that, I accidentally shoot the infected.
I accidentally shot my gun. That's the perfect timing for you to say that. Because I literally...
We also picked up a new friend. We got 2 legends during this stream. So after doing that strategy a little bit, I managed to get 4 in with the help of a Boomer Bile and an Adrenaline. I ended up getting 4 out of the 8 in, which was good. I was super excited about that. Like, this could be the one. Little did I know that I was about to get psyched out by the entire game. Yeah, so I got the other 4 down here as well. Used the Boomer Bile and another Adrenaline I found. And just watch what happens right here when I'm going to put in the 8th gas can. So apparently I got hit in the split-second frame to where I could win and where I died. So yeah.
What? There's no way! I had all of them in!
Yeah, and while I was distressed over that encounter, I got stuck up on the 3rd floor. Somehow managed to slip past, but got hit right at the end. Thought I made it out safe, but I did not. In fact, I did not. So I took the chance this time to grab one from the first floor as well, so that's giving me the 8th one. And I just did the strategy again. And there's a thing you gotta know with boomers is, no matter if you have a Boomer Bile thrown, if the boomer vomits on you, it completely disregards the Boomer Bile. So right here, I was ready to put a lot in, but I got spit on, and I was only able to put 1 in because they all started chasing after me again. That's the problem with Boomer Bile, is that it can be overridden by the boomer itself, which is quite annoying. And I decided to go up to the 3rd floor because I had a Boomer Bile and I could distract them while I got away. So that was lucky. And I had all of the gas cans down here, and this was the winning one. I grabbed 1 more Boomer Bile and an adrenaline, and I did it all in one big bulk of filling. And here we go, here's the last one. And we made it. And because of my mic filters, I was clapping so loud that it didn't pick up the mic, and I was yelling so loud that it didn't pick it up either. So throughout that one run, I died a total of 63 times. I used 15 bile jars, first aid kit used once, 1 pain pill, 14 adrenaline, 1 Molotov. I killed 1 boomer because that's when I shot it when I was down, so it doesn't really count. I ended up killing 111 common infected with the medkit. And I took 9,000 damage. So, it is possible to beat dead center with only using a medkit, but technically, it is not, as I had to shoot 1 bullet to break that glass. So it sort of depends on how you view it. Could be possible, probably isn't possible. Depends if you count that 1 bullet, but that's up to you. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Congratulations. You probably enjoyed that quite a lot. More than I did. If you wanted to be a part of the next video, you can pop in when I'm live streaming this Friday. Link to my Twitch will be in the description if you wanted to check that out and, you know, join in on my suffering when it's happening. And if you want to get notified when the next one comes out, you can subscribe and hit the notification bell. But you will be bombarded by Beat Saber videos, so yeah, if you like that as well, then that's a bonus. But yeah, besides from that, thank you for making it to the end of the video. You're one of the good ones. Leave a comment letting me know if there should be some rules that I should change up. And yeah. And yes, this challenge was inspired by WowSearch Gaming. Go check out his video, link in the description.